Hi guys, welcome to Rootstem, and finally I'm getting a battle report back on the channel. This is 9th edition, kind of, Warhammer 40k. Hello there guys, thank you very much for joining us. This is 9th edition because Games Workshop and Leaks have kind of released the rules already for the 9th edition of the game. We've got an Imperial Guard Combat Patrol versus a Genestealer Cult Combat Patrol. And the Genestealer Cult will be played by my lovely Mrs. Beverly, because at the moment we can't meet up anybody else due to the club. So I'm just going to run through both armies because it's going to be easy. She's gone away to get a jacket. So for this, both of them are patrols. I've got a Lord Commissar here. He's got a power sword and a bolter. And then I've got two squads of basic infantry, heavy bolters, grenade launcher and plasma gun spread out between both of those two units. We've then got a veteran squad with 3 plasma guns, a heavy weapon team with 3 rocket launchers, and 2 armoured sentinels, one with a flamer and one with a las cannon. So that's quite easy enough to remember. It's not that difficult because it's a patrol. On the opposite side, nearly knocked stuff off. On the opposite side, we've got, it's another patrol, but it's 2 characters. So we've got a Magus. We'll go for the powers and that while we're playing the game. We've also got an Icon Ward, because we need to spend some points. 2 units of neophyte hybrids. So 2 seismic cannons in that and 2 flamers, plus a load of shotguns and close combat goodiness. And then in this one, we have 2 mining lasers and 2 grenade launchers. A unit of 5 hybrids. They've basically got a rock saw and a rock drill. And we've got big boys. We've got some neophyte hybrids, 2 power mauls, 2 heavy power hammers, 2 power axes, and a heavy improvised weapon. That's pretty much it. We're both 25 power level because the points have not come out yet, so I decided that power level would be the best thing. Because we've not really played this edition before, we are simply going to go top and tail, 12-inch in. It's a 4 foot by 4 foot board, and we're just going to play the game normally. We're just going to basically try and play it so you can see the rules. I can see the rules. I'll probably make mistakes. You'll probably see mistakes. You'll probably comment on the mistakes, but that's fine because it's a new edition and we're going to be learning. Now, let's break down some terrain. So in this, I'm kind of going roughly from what they've stated in the book. This, that of course, is a ruin, pretty much standard. It's got a large base to it. It's easy enough, and that's going to have, the defensible. It's going to have breachable, defensible, obscuring, and light cover. If I've missed any out, I do apologise. Same for this one: breachable, defensible, light cover, and of course obscuring. We've got a little tiny ruin, which is actually part of the boards that I've been given by Sam to play this game. That's mainly just going to be some form of obstacle. It's going to be true line of sight blocking, and if you're within 3 inches of it, we'll just count it as light cover. These are just effectively little hills. They're quite tall, so you can actually hide a figure behind them quite well. But what I've done with this one is I've put a couple of trees on top to count that as a wood. So that's going to be defensible, breachable, light or dense terrain, so -1 to hit, and the movement hindering one, which I can't remember at this moment in time. Same for this. That whole thing there is going to have the same effect. Mainly just putting a couple of trees on to give it that sort of sass. The single trees, I'm going to say they're dense terrain if you're firing across the actual base of them. So if you're firing across the base of them, it will be dense terrain. If I were firing into people that are stood into it as well, that will also be dense terrain. We've got a little bit of a ruin there. I'm not counting that as defensible. I'm just going to count that as light cover if you are in it. And these little things here, we're going to count these as obstacles. So if you are within 3 inches, and it's same with that, that's going to be an obstacle. It blocks line of sight. If you're within 3 inches of it and part of your base is blocked, as per the rules, I believe that's what it is, you get light cover. So it's not like a -1 to hit, but it is a bit of a light cover. I know some people might think that we count it as a wall, but it's just because it's not 3 inches, so I won't really count it as dense terrain. So that's why I'm just going to count it as light cover. Just going to get a bit of a cover save behind it. And then of course we've got another ruin, which will be all the usual gubbins, but that doesn't have a base to it. So unfortunately that one we're going to have to go on an imaginary line there and an imaginary line going across there. But that's pretty much it. We'll get set up. I'll just let you guys know how we've set up and we'll be able to crack on with the game. So we have deployed. Basically here, Bev has gone for the 4 blips. She's not used any command points. 2 units are in reserve, which are, you put the 2 combat squads, haven't you?
Yes.
They're in, not strategic reserve, they're in reserve for Genestealer Cult ability, so they can pop up within 9 inches of any enemy units. And I have decided to spend a command point to put them into strategic reserve, so they're going to be able to infiltrate their way up the board. And I've got my heavy weapon team there. We've got some infantry, which I've tried to put in blobs because of the new coherency rules. Blob there, and then of course a blob with the commissar. Now I got to deploy first, so I'm going to be getting the first turn. But Bev can try and seize the initiative. So if Bev wants to, she hasn't got to, she doesn't want to, she can roll a d6, and on a 6 she can have the first turn instead. Do you wish to do this? No. No. Right, so I'm going to be going first. Let's go into Imperial Guard, turn 1. Right, so Bev's put the units down. I've moved forward. This unit has moved up to try and get some firing support. I've moved right into the tree. I had to -2, so 2 inch up, 2 inch across. That limited them to an only 2 inch move. And because I didn't really know what Bev were doing, I didn't run them. These guys over here just moved up. So it's 2 inch across, 5 inch vertical. So they should still all be in coherency. I'm not going to be an absolute tool if not though for something like that. The veterans have moved up into the building so they can now see through the building, but because that's an obscuring piece of terrain, even though the veterans can see them, they can't shoot them. Because the building blocks line of sight with the obscuring rule. So I can't shoot those guys. I also can't shoot them because even though she's put them inside the footprint of the obscuring building, I still physically can't see them due to true line of sight. So I'm a bit screwed here, if I'm perfectly honest, apart from this guy down here. So this guy down here would be able to get a bead. No. Well, basically you can draw a line through these pieces of terrain to that character. So because he can see, and well, actually, no, they can't see because of the trees. So I'm a bit screwed. So my turn 1, I've not been able to see anything. That's a very different game turn to what 40k used to be. Right. End of my turn 1. So Bev's Genestealer Cult. Right, so the end of Genestealer movement. This unit advanced forward. That unit advanced forward. Both characters advanced forward. Bev's putting them quite at the front, but pretty much you can't see. Because Twisted Helix, she's +2 to her advance rolls. Now, these guys can't, I might be able to get a shot off if we can see in a minute. We'll check for those guys because they do have shotguns and flamers. These, on the other hand, didn't, but there is 2 grenade launchers in there. Now, at first, we thought we'll shoot these guys down here, but drawing the line of sight crosses that corner of the obscuring piece of terrain. Because it can't shoot through, it basically means that the line of sight to them is blocked. So twice now in this game, of this new edition, we have had line of sights that have been blocked. It's quite interesting. But we checked, Bev got her head down, had a good look at the angle. One of those lads there can actually see these guys that have moved further forward. So she's going to fire a grenade launcher into them. So because that's a squad of 10, and this is a random amount of shots, it basically means that she rolls a d6 to see how many shots she gets, and she can't get less than 3 because I've got 6+ models because of the blast rules. So roll a d6, see how many shots you get. 2, that automatically becomes 3. So because she ran, it's -1 to hit. Gonna need 5s, 3 dice. And not 1. Oh. Right, we've just checked. One of the guys here is actually in line of sight and can see one of the squad members. So I am in this piece of terrain. This is dense cover, so it's -1 to hit. But Bev's already got a -1 to hit because she ran. So that will be -2 to hit. But in 9th edition, the maximum amount of minus and pluses you can have on a to hit roll is 1. So basically, this guy needs 5s, even though I'm in cover, to hit this squad here. So 2 dice, needing 5s, and he missed with both shots. Oh well, never mind. Right, so that will be the end of Genestealer Cult turn 1. Not a lot of shooting going on from either side, simply because I can't see all. Now, there might be a lot more shooting in the next phase, if I'm completely honest, because we are now going to be moving into my turn 2. So let's get on with that. So my turn now. I'm up to 4 command points because you get a command point per turn. That unit moved up, ran over that way. I had a bit of an accident. I actually did drop a sergeant on the floor. Oh, disaster. Never mind. And then I fell back kind of a little bit. I moved further back with those guys because I've kind of put the terrain in a way where, because I'm really not used to this new terrain, put it in a way where I'm pretty much blocking a hell of a lot of line of sights. And I couldn't see. So these guys have moved up. Using, because it's dense terrain, so that, well, it's not dense, it's difficult terrain to get across, so I'm not going to be able to have as many shots, but at least I might be able to get some on there, and it's going to be -1 to hit majority of the time anyway. And then these guys turned up from reserve, so the Sentinel turned up with a las cannon, and then the Heavy Flamer Sentinel turned up there, ready to try and toast some of these guys if they decide to come out of terrain. Right, so let's get into my shooting phases. I've got no psychers. Oh yeah, and I didn't forget that these veterans moved up as well to try and get a bead onto these guys taking cover down here. Can't really see them still, unless I start firing into the back end, but we'll have a hunch down and have a proper look in a moment. So to begin the shooting phase, I'm going to start with this unit here. They're going to open fire into those guys. All of them can see, and nearly half of the squad, well, majority of the squad up to about there, is in rapid fire range because I'm Steel Legion. So opening up. Needing 3s to hit. It's not dense terrain and I'm not firing over any dense terrain parts. I still got that's a rubbish roll. Look at that. That's terrible. So I'm going to need 4s to wound because these are las guns. So I actually got 4 wounds. You can roll these dice or your own dice if you want, Bev. So the save on these guys is a 5. Because they're in cover and there's no minus to this, they actually get a 4 up because they get a +1 to the saving throw. So 4 dice, needing 4s. 1, so 3 of them go down. But you are within 6 inches of the icon ward. So roll them 3 dice again, and any 6s, you ignore the wound. No. So you lose 3 men. Now the plasma guns, they're going to open fire into this squad. Needing 3s, I'm not overcharging. There's 2 within rapid fire, 1 not. So that's 5 shots in total. 2 misses. Now this is strength 7 against toughness 3, so I'm going to need 2s to wound. Typical. So that's 2. And basically because it's a -3, so you're on 5, -3 is 8, plus the 1 is 7, so you can't actually save against the plasma guns because it punches straight through that cover and takes another 2 guys out from that squad. Devastating hit there from the veterans. Finally getting their range on the actual guys, taking out 5 of those. So it's not below half strength yet, but it is at half strength. Those guys ran, can't see anything. The flamer can't see anything. These guys also can't see anything because I'm having to fire through that to them. But these guys can, and these guys can see. Can see this unit here. So let's fire these. Right, 3d6 shots. It's a squad of 10, so minimum of 3s on these dice. Didn't need it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 shots. So I've moved. It's a -1 to hit. So I'm needing 5s and 6s. I didn't do too bad there. And because it's a strength 4 weapon, I'm going to need 3s to wound. So I've got 4 wounds. The weapon has got no minus because it's a frag missile, but because she's within 3 inches of this, she does get a cover save. So you've got 4 dice needing 4s. So 2. So 2 of them perish. And don't forget about unit coherency. So 2 casualties so far on there. Not enough to reduce it so I can fire this las cannon into her Magos, but the las cannon is now going to open fire into them. Now, vehicle come on. Used to be a -1 to hit with the heavy weapon on vehicles. Now no longer. Not part of the rule, so I'm going to need a 4 to hit with the las cannon. I hit. I need 2s to kill with the las cannon because it's strength 9, it's -3. It's designed to kill tanks, specifically. So 1. So Bev will probably be best off taking off that one to be dead.
Yep.
Now, that was a pretty good shooting phase. Good shooting, Tex. So, he's going to go into the morale phase. Now, these hybrid units have got a leadership of 8. Now, this unit suffered 3 casualties. So, Bev needs to roll a d6 plus 3. She needs to get 8 or less on 1d6. Just 1d6, look. She gets a 1. Now, a 1 is auto pass. Regardless of how many pluses you've got, you always pass a leadership test on a 1. This unit lost 5, so 1d6 plus 5. So that's 4, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they've failed a leadership test. So what happens now is Bev loses 1 model. So there's 5 models there, because we know there's 5. We'll grab the model in a minute. And then she rolls 4 dice, and she's now below 50% strength. So on 1s and 2s, additional models run away. She got 1, 2. So effectively, she's lost her morale, and she loses 2 more men. So a very effective shooting phase. This edition is supposed to be favouring close combat. We are going on power level, and if I'm completely honest, normally the points values are completely off when you do power level, so it's not something I normally do, but we're waiting for the new 9th edition points to come out. So, end of guard turn 2. We're now going to be going on to Genestealer's turn 2 on this combat patrol, and Bev might be bringing some units on from reserve. Right, so in the movement phase, this unit powered forward. The Magos has moved up. We've already done the psychic phase. They've done Might from Beyond on that. She's done Might from Beyond on that squad. So that squad now has +1 strength and +1 attack. This unit, Bev played Cult Reinforcements, got D6 members back, managed to get all 5 back. Well, got 5 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, got 5 back out of the ones that are remaining because there's only 3 left. And then move them forward with their heavy weapons, possibly looking at taking on these 2 lads here. And then the Adherents turned up. Now, they were 9 inches away. Bev spent 3 command points and has moved them 5 inches up for a Cult Ambush. I think that's the one. Or Perfect Ambush. I can't remember which one it is. The one where you get to, you can move D6 inches. She got a 5. She's further forward. And now she is closer to these squads here. With only a 4-inch charge range between them. That's going to be very perilous. The adding of the command points per phase is making it so that we are still using a lot of stratagems even later on into the game, which is it's quite good. I'm enjoying it. Right, it's Bev's shooting phase, and I've got a funny feeling there's going to be a lot of hurt. So Bev is attacking with this squad first. The 2 seismic cannons are going to fire the long wave. They're actually going to fire into this squad here, and then the rest of the weapons, that's 2 shotguns, a flamer and a bolt pistol, are going to fire into the vets. Now, these 2 are firing over that, so it's a -1 to hit, but she's already got a -1 to hit because it's a heavy weapon and she's moved to fire it. So it doesn't really matter about the terrain. So basically she's got a -1, so she's going to need 5s, but she's got 12 shots needing 5s to hit. So pick up everything that's a success. Oh, yep. And just discard the rest. So she's got 5 hits, she needs 4s to wound. 3 wounds. Now I don't get a +1 for cover, so I'm on 5s to save with my armour. Oh, I got 2. Sorry, bro. Right, that's 1 dead. I was like, yeah, bastard. And then the rest into those guys. 2 shotguns, needing 4s, so 2 hits. Needing 4s again at that range to wound. So 2 wounds. Now I'm on light cover because I'm on the area terrain, so I'm going to get a +1. So this is forced to save. No, I lost 2. You've got a bolt pistol, single shot. So that missed. And then you've also got your flamer. Now, your flamer is D6 automatic hits. Yes, don't worry, that was a drop dice. Go on. For 4. So 4 automatic hits. 3s to wound with the flamer because it's strength 4. Oh my gosh. Oh dear. So I lose. Oh, nice. So I'm going to pick them 2. I don't want to lose any of the good gubbins, but it does mean that the still going to have a good charge here. Right, that wasn't as great as what Bev thought it was going to be.
Not really.
Not really. So far I've suffered 3 casualties. And then this one?
Yep.
Right, so Bev's decided both mining lasers are going to go into the Sentinel. Everything else is going to go into the squad. So the mining lasers first then, honey. She got a hit with 1. It's a strength of 9 versus toughness 6, so it's going to need freeze to wound. 1 dice.
Just 1.
It's wounded. It's a minus of 3. I'm going to need a 6 to save. No, so this is D6 damage. Now this does have 6 wounds. So if you get a 6 here, you could blow up the vehicle straight up.
Not going to happen, is it?
Oh, I don't know. Right. So does the vehicle explode? On a 6 it does, and I'm not allowed to re-roll this according to the command point. Oh no! Right. Keep that where it is. So a mining laser has gone straight through, and that's going to explode.
Okay.
Right, so we've just checked. It's 1 mortal wound within 3 inches. They've lost a guy. We're going to add the grenade launchers to the auto cannons because it's pretty much the same profile. So Bev's going to roll 2 dice. There's still 9 guys left in. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 men. 8 models left. So she's going to roll the 2 grenade launchers first. So 2d6 shots, minimum of 3 shots per dice roll. So just roll 2d6. So that's a 6. So that's definitely 6 shots, and that's 3 shots because of the squad size. So minimum you can get is a 3. So that's going to be 9 shots plus the 8 from the auto guns. These need 4s to hit. This is a hell of a lot of dice. Go on then. Ooh. And she's careened across the board. That was a hit. No. She's taking the ones that missed
away.
4. What was that, Bev?
Whiff.
Whiff, definitely. 4 hits. All them shots, 4 hits. This must be a super ruin. 4s to wound then, Bevel. Got 3 wounds though, so more 6s when she needs it. 4s to save because I get light cover for that one. I'll lose another man from this squad. Right, so we're going to go into charging now. One of the sentinels is gone. We've got a couple of guys dead. And pretty much Bev can charge with every single unit across the board. But I can only overwatch by spending the command point with 1. So this is going to be the test of which unit do I choose to overwatch with and which unit does Bev decide she's going to charge. Now, this building is defensible. So if I do overwatch with these guys, they are hitting on a 5 or 6 instead of 6s because it's defensible. But if I do that with them, I can't do that with these and then these adherents. So, right, so it's all going to be down to what Bev's going to decide to do first. So, right. We're just going to go into the phase and then I'll tell you what happens in a bit. So, I'm just recording this bit because over here, Bev decided to charge in. And because I wanted to try and save the overwatch, I didn't spend my command point for the overwatch. So she charged in with no penalty, straight in. Here, she decided to charge in and I fired. I did actually use my overwatch. So I hit and I killed 2 guys on the way in. But here, she's now charging with these and she could pretty much charge whatever she wanted and I can't stop her. Because I've used my stratagem for Overwatch, which is very, very different. It feels very odd that someone can turn up and charge me and I can't really do anything about it. So Bev's now going to charge up here. She needs 4 at least. And she's got a 6, so they're going to be in. So Bev's got into combat here. She's going to go with this unit first because they can take a hit and they can take a hit if I decide to interrupt. So she's going to go with these guys. This is going to be 2 attacks apiece for the normal guys. There's 4 normal guys in there. So it's going to be 8 attacks to start with. And I'm not quite sure what you need. To a 4 plus you got dice roll, you want.
After.
I suppose that's statistically average actually, isn't it? Yeah, 4s and 4s. So you need 4s. Oh. Right, so I've spent 2 command points and interrupted. So I'm going to interrupt down here. Got my dice ready, needing 4s. See, Bev, that's how you hit with 4s, love. Needing 4s to wound. Bev's going to kill me. And I got 4. So 4 saves of 5 up, then dearest. Not 1. So you lose 4 of these men. So I've interrupted, killed 4 of them. Bev now can select between these 2 at her leisure. So do you want to just go across the board?
Yeah.
Right, so Bev attacking. She needs 4s followed by 4s. Wow. 1 hit. 5th edition, where the shooty army suddenly becomes a close combatty army. So far, it's not doing very well, but there's the adherents to go. Right, adherents swinging in. Right, so the metamorph first with the heavy improvised weapons. That's going to be 6 attacks, needing freeze. Only 1 fail there. 2s to wound. All 5. I need 6s to save. And that's none. And this causes 2 damage apiece. I'm going to have to be really, really careful. That's 5 dead. Next up, Power Axe and Rending Claw. So the Rending Claws will be in blue. Again, needing freeze to hit. So 1 fail. So they need, because you're actually strength 6, you need 2s on the lot. Because you're plusing 1 to your strength due to Twisted Helix. So, yeah. So they didn't roll any 6s. So the 2 blues are -1. So I do get a save against them. Which I saved 1, so I do lose another guy. So I'll take a wound on that. And then the power, oh no, wait, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to. So the power picks are -2. If I'm honest, even with them 3, even if I put a wound on that and it's 1 each, they're all dead. Wow. Right, I've just fought back with them. I managed to kill another 1. So now we're going to be going into the morale phase. No morale there. All of them are dead. Right. So, did you kill any of those?
Tried.
2, 7. Yes, you've killed at least 2 of those this turn. So I do have to take a leadership test. So leadership test is 7. So D6 plus 2 is 5. They pass. You, on the other hand, you lost 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many did you start with in this turn?
Lost track.
I think you actually had 8, so you lost another 4 out of them. So roll again. Roll a D6 and plus 4. You need to get 8 or less. Yep, they've passed. They're fine. These lads down here. So Bev lost 2 on the way in and 1 in combat, so she's lost 3. So again, roll for these guys. D6 plus 3. Need to get less than 8. They're fine. Then I need to roll D6. Oh, that's bad. So I got 6, 7, 8, and I believe veterans. Leadership of, I believe leadership 7. Right, I forgot about this. I've just checked. Right, so I've actually lost 4. So that's a 10. So that's definitely failed their leadership 7. But the commissar's inside and he's within 6. So their leadership then becomes 9. So what the commissar's going to do is going to murder one of them and force them to re-roll that test. And I've passed, so I haven't got to roll for any of the guys, but I am now down to 5 models in that squad. Right, that was a pretty hefty duty turn there, really, wasn't it? We got some guys, and Bev's still got a unit in reserve. So, down to 1 command point apiece, but I'm going to be getting 1 now, so I'm going to go on to turn 3. And I'm going to get myself an extra command point in my command phase. Let's do some moving. Right, so I think I'm going to stay in combat. And the reason I think I'm going to stay in combat, let's try. I'm going to stay in combat because if I fall back, I can't do anything. And then I'm just going to get mullered even more if Bev decides she's going to overwatch if I try and charge her or other things. They've still got a bit of ability to them as well. Right, so I'm going to go with these guys. These guys have moved to be able to shoot these. And now this is a squad of 5, so I don't get the minimum dice roll of 3. It's just whatever my dice rolls. I am going to fire... No, I need to kill me. Right, I'm going to fire crack. Stuff that you normally take tanks out with. 1 hit. Never a good sign. Toughness of 4, strength of 8, so I need 2s to wound. I've wounded. Now, the adherents don't get a save because it's a 5+ and it's a -2 for the crack rocket, so it's just going straight through their armour. But they've got 2 wounds apiece and they can ignore wounds on a 5 up. So how much damage do I do to one of them? 3. So if Bev gets 2 5s, at least on 3 dice, then she's saved one of these guys. If not, one of them will just die. No. So one of them are going to perish. I've done some pistol shots off camera and I've actually killed one each of each squad, and Bev's like, for God's sake. But the piece de resistance, the Sentinels move forward. He has the Magos in his sights. Roll to hit, needing a 4. Missed. On command point in it. I still missed, god damn it. So I've lost a command point. Down to 1 CP. I know a lot of people are saying you should attack in captains and things. That's true, but we're having it mainly as a test game. But I have managed to kill one of them. So it's going to go into combat. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to charge with him because in the new rules, it's not me that gets to pick a unit first. It's Bev. So, let's charge. So I've charged down here. Lord Commissar's got in. He's got 3 attacks. Hits on 2s. Managed to whiff 1. And then he wounds on 4s. So he does kill 1 because, of course, it's a minus of 3. So it's go straight through. So I'm guessing Bev's going to take this one off.
Yeah.
So that one's dead. But now it's on to ongoing combat. And in the new game, Bev gets to choose which one to fight first. I think I might know which one I'd probably fight with first. Maybe them.
Yeah.
Because they've only got 2 left, but they've still got the Might from Beyond on them, so they've got the extra attacks. And that Sergeant is killing me on 2s. So, on to these guys. Alright, Bev's decided to go with this unit instead, so she's going to go with the Sergeant first. He's got 3 attacks, needing 4s to hit. He's going to go against the squad. He's got 1 hit. He's got a strength of 6, so he needs 2s to kill. That's one of the squad down. Nope, take that one off. And then the other guy's got 2 attacks. Needing 4s to hit. 2 hits, and needing 3s to wound. Another wound there. I've got a saver of 5. Yep. That was a nice tuck by Bev there. So I'm going to go with that squad first. So these guys are now attacking the remainder of this squad. This is going to be 7 dice. I'm doing really well at combat. That was a hit before I threw it. Needing 4s to wound. Oh, that's 4 wounds against the 3 guys left. So Bev doing the 4 saves on these guys. Needing 5s. She lost 3, there's only 3 left. Unfortunately, that squad has gone. So I'm keeping the squad there. On to these last attacks. Needing 4s. I've got 3 hits. 3 dice in my hand. Needing 4s. 2 wounds, Bev. You got 2 men left, needing 5s to save. You've saved 1. Do you want a command point you've won or save the command point?
Oh, save it.
Save it, so 1 dies. Blip. So you only lost 2 out of that. I don't think that's going to be a leadership test. Damn it. So a very bloody nose given to the Chaos Cult there. Now it's time to go into Chaos Cult turn 3. Let's see what Bev can pull out of the bag. Right, so in Bev's movement phase, she has put some units down here. Then she put reinforcements for a command point on these, and it is just, you just put them in coherency more than an inch away from enemy models, and I should have surrounded him. Well, that was my fault. Never mind. She got some models back. He came hurtling over here to try and make sure that these guys can survive just that little bit longer. Our Commissar, of course, is still going to be in engagement range, I believe. Actually, no, because I didn't consolidate him in, and the guy, so he might be more than an inch away. Never mind. And then, of course, they're just being left alone. But she did deep strike, as it were. This unit down here, we're ready to charge this. So she's hoping to get that result. Now we've got a smite. So, Magus against the Sentinel. Go on then, you need a 5 or more. Yep, so that's D3 mortal wounds. For 3. So down to 3 wounds left remaining on the Sentinel. She's got a bolt pistol that she can fire into here, and then not much else. So, no overshooting, straight into the assault phase. So, these will consolidate when Bev gets to pick, but I will get to pick before she does, so that's going to be a bit convoluted, but I'm guessing that those are going to try and charge him. I can't overwatch because I can't see him, and these guys are going to try and charge these. I will overwatch from here because it's a defensible position, so I'm going to try and murderize some of those. So yes, I will use my last command point to overwatch these guys, but not them. Right, so these guys are going to try and charge in. They need a 9 because you've got to be more than 9 inches away. 7. So Bev's got a command point left. So it's up to you if you want to re-roll it to try and see if you can get in.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. So she's going to re-roll it. It's a 6. No, so that unit just stays where it is. Right, so charging going on here. These 3, in fact only 2 can see actually, I don't think he can see down there. So these 2, spent my last command point, these 5s and 6s to hit. I got a crack hit, 2 to wound. I got a wound, D6 damage for 5. So 5 dice, needing 5s to ignore the wounds. You need at least 4 of these to be successful. No. So one of these, I'm guessing the overpower hammer?
Yeah.
Gets perished. So we've rolled the dice, Bev got an 8, so she's in. She's going to use the 5-inch vertical to be engaged rule. So she's gone in under. So this is a charging unit. This is going to fight first. So Bev's got the 6 attacks from this lad here. This is going to be devastating.
I hope so.
Needs 3s to hit. Ugh! 2s to wound. Jesus. Four. I need 6s to save. Not 1. They are all dead because it's 2 wounds each and it's 2 damage each from that. So down this side, I get to fight first because it's Bev's turn, so I get to pick one. Ongoing combat. So needing 4s. Not bad. Needing 4s again. Only 1 this time, Bev. So you do lose a new guy. Do you want non-flamer?
Yeah.
But then the rest of them get to smash. So are you going to attack the squad or the commissar?
The squad, I think.
The squad. So it's going to be 3 normal attacks. Needing 4s. 1 hit. And you need 3s to wound due to twisted helix. That's fantastic. 2 attacks from your sergeant, needing 4s to hit. 2 hits. He needs 3s to kill though. Oh! Oof. That's 2. Actually, roll a d6. If we get a 6, get a man back. He didn't die. I forgot about that. So he now gets to attack. So needs 4s to hit, 3s to wound. What'd you get?
It's a 4.
So his hit needs a 3 to wound.
What?
No. See, you're failing because you're rolling the same dice that you're rolling to hit there, love. So, right, it's not a myth. It's the truth. Alright, so the commissar. So the commissar's piled in. Misses with 2, only hits with 1, needs a 4, and fails. The commissar fails to kill anybody. This squad is coming back. Oh dear, it's not good for me. Morale, I've lost 2, but my leadership's 9, so I can't fail it. So they're still going to remain locked in combat. And nothing else. So it'll be guard turn 4. Ooh, I do think I might be winning. So my turn 4. The Sentinel stayed still, simply because if he moves, he might not be able to get a shot at this Magus because it might end up where that Magus is not the closest unit. And these guys have fallen back because these guys are coming into the fray and I'm going to try and wipe these guys out with shooting from here. So, I'm going to start with the last cannon into the Magus. Needing a 4. I hit. I need a 2 to wound. I wound. Now the Magus is got a 5 up save, is in cover, so it's a 4 up save, but it's a -3 for the last cannon. So you're not going to get a save. So it's D6 wounds. The Magus has 4 wounds in total. I got 5! What that face, man? Lights are going off. He's dead. He's dead, Dave. He's dead. Right. End of that turn. She's lost to Magus. These guys are down to 2 left. She's got a morale test to do there. So take your morale, D6 plus 3. So she's fine. She passes the morale test there, which is bad for me because she's going to get a command point. Then she can put reinforcements on them and increase the size again, which means you could probably have 2 flamers and either deal with these or deal with them. She could potentially deal with them by charging these and potentially deal with that by charging them. This is going to be interesting, actually. So, let's do Genestealer Cult turn 4. Okay, in Bev's turn, she's reinforced these by more. So, she got a 5 again. So, she's got another 5, 2 flamers, load of guys. She's going after these guys. These guys are going to try and go for them. And then this lot here are going to try and go for the Sentinels. So, it's going to be Bev's shooting phase. We'll do some off-camera work and then we'll come guessing into these. Right, so this squad is targeting that squad. The actual shotguns are within 6, so that's going to be 6 shots. You might as well add the bolt pistol too, that's add an extra dice. So it's going to be 7 shots, needing force to hit, and then freeze to wound. Not bad. More than average, need freeze to wound. You're going to roll the same dice or swap them?
Oh, same dice.
What have I told you? 3 wounds. Right. That is 2 dead. So, blink, blink. Try and increase that charge range if I can. And then you've got 2 flamers which were in range. So they roll 2d6 auto hits. For 7. 5, 8. So, 8 wounds. So 8 dice needing freeze to wound. Is that 6?
Yeah.
Oh Christ. Needing 5s. So I lost another 3. So I'm going to take 2 wounds on that and then 1 on that. And then you've got your seismic cannon. So 6 shots needing 5s. You've got a hit. D6 roll. Needing a, yep, needing a 5 and 6. I did manage to save that one. Wow. That was a good rinsing, if I'm honest, even though I've tried to take you as much away from charge range as I possibly could. Ow, that hurt. I lost another 4 models out of that. It's probably going to be a failed morale. Right. Charging. So we did some charging down here. All of that failed. But we did some charging here. I managed to take a wound off one of these. And she still failed to charge. She got a 6, she needed a 7, she needed a 6 and then got a 5. No command points for re-rolling. This is not looking great, but she got in here. And then we've got a rock drill and a rock saw. I'm honest, I think the rock drill and the rock saw is probably going to make short work of this. So those guys are going to consolidate in. Right, so I would do, it's up to you, rock saw or rock drill first?
Whichever. It's up to you. Rock saw.
Rock saw, there we go. So 2 attacks needing freeze to hit. 1 hit. It needs freeze to wound. Yep, it's a -4, so I don't get to save. And I don't know how much damage it does. Heavy rock sword does 2 damage, so that's taking it down. You've now got a heavy rock drill, so 2 dice needing freeze. Both hit. Again, you need freeze to wound. 2 wounds. The rock drill is a -3, so I can save on a 6. I don't get to save. I die. Do I explode? Yes, I do! So, one of your men bleh, bites the dust due to the explosion. Right. It's not looking good for me here, champions. Right, so she's managed to wipe that out. I did explode and took out one of her own, but there we are. Right, okay. I'm down a lot, actually. I might not survive this. I do have an morale to do though. So I lost 4 models here. So D6. So 4, 5, 6. They're okay. I didn't lose any from down here. So, my turn 5. So I've only got 6 figures left. I'll be honest, Bev, using reinforcements to good effect and having that 1 command point per turn is actually coming very, very handy for your models. Now, I am going to open fire with these guys. That's going to be 5 shots into them. Forced to hit, so I've hit 3 times. And forced to wound. I only wound once. So 1 saving throw, 5 up. Armour saves. Now, here it comes. So the last pistol's going to fire first into these. Hits because I'm veterans. Fails to wound. Overcharged plasma gun into these. 2 hits. 2's to wound. 1 wound, so it goes against this guy here, which is 2 damage. So if you get 2 5s, he's alive. If you don't, then he's dead. No, he dies. And then a bolter from the commissar into these. 2 hits, needing 4s. 1 wound, you've got an armour save of 6. Sorry, 5. No, and then an ignore damage save of 5. Yep. So far he didn't do any wounds. So it would now be Genestealer's turn 5. And if I'm honest, it's not looking good for me here. So Bev has advanced up this side with them and managed to make a mighty 11, so she's coming up very close to these guys. These guys just move normally, they're going to try and get into them, and of course the adherents have moved this way to try and get into these. So Bev is firing with these first, which is going to be 2 flamers, she says, so 2d6 auto hits. That's a 5, so that's 8 hits. 8 dice, needing 4s to wound. Ooh. That's 5.
Yep.
Needing, I'm in cover, so I need 4s to save. That's 4 dead, there's only 3 left, they're gone. I think we might have a winner on our hands. Right, down here, Bev is spending a command point for, I think it's grandsires children or something that basically allows hybrids to run, basically like Genestealers. Or genetic gifts or something. It's from the Psychic Awakening book. She's going to charge both units. Now, I'm in a defensible position. I could throw a grenade. So last command point, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to throw a grenade for 5 attacks. Needing 5s. So I've got 3. Needing 4s. So far, 2 wounds. And then a plasma gun, which I'm not overcharging. I actually got 2 hits. Oh dear. And I got 2 kills. So 2 of them will be dead, and you've got 2 saves of 5 up to do. So you've saved 1. So, which one do you want to save? Right, so she's saved the rock saw. 2d6 charge. For 9. That's definitely getting in. Now, I can't stop that at all. So we're going to go straight onto combat. I can't interrupt. She's going with everything. So which squad do you want to go with first?
The 2.
Big meaty. The 2?
Yeah.
So right, so I'm guessing big meaty boy first then. 6 attacks. Is he going against the squad or commissar?
Actually,
he can't. He's not within half an inch of him, so he has to go against the squad.
Yeah.
So 6 attacks against the squad, needing 3s. Got 4 hits, needing 2s to wound. We're dead. And then he gets his 2 attacks with his power pick and 1 attack with his claw. So he's going to use a different colour. Needing 3s against the commissar. So 1 hit with the pick, 1 hit with the claw. He needs, his strength is 5, it becomes 6. So he needs 2s on either. So, this is for the claw. Goes through, causes a wound. This is for the pick. Goes through, causes D3 wounds. So roll a D3 for me. For 2. So he suffered 3 wounds. 1 wound left. We've got the rock saw coming in. 2 dice, needing 3s. 1 hit, needing 2s to wound. Needs a 5 up to save with his invulnerable refractor field. Nope. Commissar's dead. Bev wipes me out.
Yay!
And that is it. The Genestealer Cult ended up being successful. It was quite interesting. The first couple of turns, but not being able to really shoot each other was quite interesting. But I'll be honest, once units were exposed and you could start firing again, it just felt like 8th edition. The fact that you were just rinsing and taking squads off. If it wasn't for the fact we were playing more of an open play format and Bev could keep using reinforcements to get additional units back on the board, it probably would have been a guard victory very early on. Very early on. It was interesting to try and infiltrate up the board with the Sentinels. I don't think I used them properly, but I was mainly playing to try and test, which is what this game was. It was more of a test game of the actual new rules. Well, thanks very much for watching, guys. The battle reports are kind of back. I'll probably not be able to do them as regular as what I did before. Not until more lockdown restrictions have been reduced, if I'm honest. But I'll try and get them up as and when I possibly can. Still going to be trying to get the painting videos up every Saturday though, so keep an eye out for those. And thanks very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. We'll see you later.